Right behind me, I've got the 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee Altitude. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Jason and I do reviews on vehicles here in Canada, so reviews just like this. If you love car reviews, be sure to like this video and also subscribe to the channel. And also thank you to Orangeville Chrysler for allowing me to review this Grand Cherokee Altitude. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over the different models that you can get with the Jeep Grand Cherokees, the safety features that you do get with the Altitude model, the engine specs, the exterior, the interior, the infotainment system, and of course the pricing on this. As for the models, at the time of making this video, you cannot build out the Grand Cherokee online, but you do have three models, which will be the Laredo, Limited, and the Summit. And depending on which one you pick, there will be other packages available obviously to add on. Here is a list of the safety features you get with the Altitude. As for what powers this does have the new 2-liter Hurricane 4 turbo engine, which produces 324 horsepower and 332 pound-foot of torque. Towing wise, you're looking at about 6,200 pounds, and fuel economy is about 11.5 liters in the city and about 9.2 liters on the highway. I'm also going to throw up the window sticker on this Altitude because it does have some features added to it. All right, let's start off in the front of the Jeep Grand Cherokee. Now, as I walk around, since this is an Altitude, you will notice all of those different bits and pieces, and this did get a refresh, so I think it looks a little bit better. So on the bumper area here, this looks so much better. I think you've got like the pockets there in the corner on the other side. You got the openings underneath. There's also the opening in the center with a radar sensor right above the license plate. So there's a lot of openings, even though the corner ones are closed. However, it still looks very, very nice. And then you just get into the iconic Jeep grille, the 7-slot Jeep grille. And on here, this I think is also done very, very nicely because you do have like this granite trimming, which kind of stands out with all of the black everywhere. And you also notice the granite trimming underneath the grille, which also flows into the lights underneath here. And then on the hood here, you do have the Jeep badging in black, and then these very cool looking LED front lights. And I like the little amber light at the top. So all of this tied together, I think they've done a good job with the refresh, especially the bumper area. All right, coming to the side of the Jeep Grand Cherokee, you've got the nice looks, obviously. And one thing that this does have added onto it is the power sunroof. Up top here, you also have the roof rails, and then around your windows, you've got gloss black everywhere. Gloss black in the center, and even down here where usually you have that black rubber look, I think this looks way better. And one other thing that you'll notice up by the windows, which is different, I've shown you this in the grille area, the granite, you have the granite trimming that goes all the way to the rear. That I think stands out as well on top of the gloss black, and then obviously the bottom you have gloss black. The door handles do come body color. As for the side mirrors, the whole thing is gloss black. Usually it's just the cap here, and then this is black plastic, but all of this is in this nice gloss black, and then you've got the turn signals built in as well. And then coming to the side of the door here, you do have the Grand Cherokee in black, and it also has the US flag. And then as for the wheels, you have these gloss black wheels. So there's a ton of gloss black on this, and these are your 20-inch wheels. So if I do take a step back with all of the gloss black bits and pieces, the gloss black wheels, the wheels obviously stand out on this. And up by the wheel area, you also have a reflector. Now coming around to the Jeep Grand Cherokee, the nice looks definitely continue. Over on the bumper here, you do have the black plastic, where in the center there you can remove that, which reveals your hitch. There's also more of the granite trimming right there, and then the almost honeycomb styling in plastic. You've got the reflectors back here, the rear safety sensors, and then you just move into the tailgate area. You've got the blacked out 4x4 badging, the Jeep badging, everything looks nice. And these lights back here I think just look stunning. These are your LED rear lights, and especially the bar in the center, which ties everything together, definitely looks nice. Now up top here, you kind of have like this spoiler built in with your brake light. Now let's go ahead and open up the tailgate area. So the button is somewhere here, right there. This is a power opening lift gate. And back here, look at how much space you have in this thing. You can pack a ton of stuff for all your family adventures, road trips, whatever it is. There's a ton of space back here. Plus on the corners, you do have these little small pockets, but on this side, it's kind of like extended. And then all of the tie downs in all the corners. You also have obviously your tailgate button here, and then a 12-volt outlet as well. And then if I go ahead and lift up the carpet area here, underneath you do have your spare tire. Now you can put stuff around it, or if you want to live life risky, you can remove all of this and have a massive tub of space. All All right, let's go ahead and check out the interior on the Jeep Grand Cherokee. Now, opening this up, you do have an all black interior, but you do have bits and pieces that do stand out. So down here, you do have a spot for your water bottle. You have a speaker right here. You got the soft touch material with the contrast stitching. And up here, you have this nice chrome trimming and this beautiful wood trimming. So all of this definitely stands out, and you'll notice this throughout the interior. All right, let's check out the interior seats here. So you have a mixture of like this suede material in the middle with the perforated bottom and back sections, and then the soft touch everywhere else, plus the white contrast stitching. And these just look very nice. So in the center here, if I go ahead and pull this down, you do have your cup holders. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now I'm gonna jump back here and show you the legroom and the headroom in this. All right, jumping inside, legroom wise, I am pretty good. And even though I'm sure the driver's seat can be adjusted even more, but right now where it's at, the legroom is okay. And then as for the headroom is also pretty good. I'm wearing a hat for reference. I'm 5'11", and I'm pretty comfortable back here. Now behind the driver and the passenger seat, you do have the soft touch up here, but then you have the plastic here, and then you also have some netting space. And then over on the rear center console, you have some space here, maybe put your phone or something. You've got your venting, obviously, USB ports, and then a plug down there. All right, let's head to the front and see if anything is different compared to the rear. So down here, you do have more space, so 2 water bottle areas, and then everything else is pretty identical, other than, of course, your window controls, side mirror controls, and all of that. Now let's check out the front seats. These are identical to the rear. I really like how these are designed with the suede in the middle and then the soft touch everywhere. And the front seats do come heated. Now over on the side here, you have all of your power seat adjustments, and then underneath, pedals obviously. Here is your hood latch release, electronic parking brake, your exterior lighting controls, cluster dimmers, and then even up here you have the chrome trimming and then the nice wood trimming which goes all the way across the dashboard. All right, I just want to show you something cool on the cluster area. When I go ahead and start up the Cherokee here, you have the nice animations that play. All right, entering inside, your whole dashboard is pretty much in this soft touch material other than the little plastic trimming by the window. You do have the white contrast stitching. You got a speaker in the corner, in the center, and the other side. And then you get into this very nice looking fully digital cluster area. This is a 10.25 inch cluster area, and on here you can view a ton of different things. Plus you do have the illuminated lights on the corners, which adds a nice little touch. And to view all sorts of different information, well, it's done through here. And then you can also press this, which pops up all of these, so you can scroll through this. But if I exit out of this and I just use the normal scroll like arrows, I have all of these different things that I can view in front of me. Some of the things will have more things within it, so keep that in mind. But I just want to show you something cool for this area. So you can either have this in analog or a digital view. And then as for the steering wheel, you have the soft touch material, white contrast stitching. This also comes heated, and then you have more of the chrome trimming that goes everywhere and more of that nice wood trimming there. And of course your Jeep badge with gloss black and chrome. On the left here, you have all your cluster controls, even the middle one. The top and bottom are your phone controls. And then on the other side, you have all your cruise control settings, follow distance, and then this middle one right here is actually your active driving assist, so your lane detection. And behind the steering wheel, you also have paddle shifters on both of the sides. And if you look on the paddle shifters, you also have media controls. And then moving further back, you have your indicators and high beams, and the other side you have your front and rear wiper controls. Now moving to the center armrest, soft touch material, contrast stitching, and opening this up, you do have space here which you can utilize, or you can open up the main section and have a bit more deeper storage space. All right, now on the center console, there's a bunch of stuff going on, but first off, you have your cup holders here, and you also have the illuminated light that goes all the way around, and this very cool looking trimming in gray, and then you have all of this in gloss black. So you have all your different modes here. You've got sand, mud, snow, auto, and sport. Here is your nice looking rotary shifter, and even on this, the details are pretty good. And you've got gloss black all here, but this does open up, revealing a area that you can definitely utilize. But this is also a wireless phone charger. You got USB ports, aux port, and a 12-volt outlet. And then right above that, in a unique spot, you have your engine start stop with more of that nice bezeling. And then here you have your heating and cooling temperature controls. Now when you do press these, you do have like this haptic feedback, which is pretty cool. And then is the main touchscreen here. Look at how nice this looks. I love how this is laid out, and this is a 12.3 inch touchscreen. And on the homepage, you obviously have a split screen going on, and you can even add more widgets. Now before I touch on that, if you look on the side here, you have your heated seats, heated steering wheel, and then all your volume controls, even here. Screen off. But yeah, on the screen here, if I just go to the front here, I really like what they've done with this. Now under the media section here, you will find your AM, FM, Sirius XM. This also has wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Next is the comfort section, so you have everything here. And then here it is again, the heated seats, heated steering wheel, all of that good stuff. And then next is the phone section once you do have it paired. Next, under the vehicle section, you have two sections at the top. So the first one here is your rear camera, so that's what that looks like. And then you have this nice little Jeep image that displays. Let's exit out of this, go under the settings. You have all of these menus that you can go through and customize everything to your liking. Next is the apps section. You have your favorite section, or you can go to the categories and you can go through each of these. Plus, this has Alexa built in. And then lastly is just your navigation. So here it is and what it looks like. And also up here, if you press any of these, it brings up the shortcut menu. So for example, if I press the heating and cooling, it brings up all of this. Now on top here, above the touchscreen, you have your auto start, stop, lane keep, traction control, hazards, and your parking sensors to turn them on or off. Now moving up here, you have a bunch of things going on. You've got your tailgate button, interior lights, assist, SOS, and then your sunroof controls here. And then pushing this down or opening this, you do have a spot for your sunglasses. And here is the key fob for the Grand Cherokee. It's your usual Jeep key. All right, let's come around to the passenger side and let me show you what you get on the dashboard area because it's pretty unique. So you have the black material obviously, but then the contrast stitching, the nice wood trimming there, the chrome there, and then your usual glove compartment space. And here is the window sticker on this Jeep Grand Cherokee Altitude. The pricing that you see is in Canadian dollars. Well, that does it for the review on this 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee Altitude. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of this?